The intro will play. Just imagine a carry playing. Oh, da, 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 da.
I'll let you speak about Civ, by the way, because I haven't played it yet, but I want to hear about it.
Oh, you want to hear about the new Civ shit? Right, cool. Good shit.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I might mention Fortnite a bit, just because I've started a new job and I've just noticed stuff.
Scots with soul, build this network. Scots
I've got a fucking ad, I swear to God.
Build this network on Scots with soul. Yo, 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 what's happening, folks, and welcome back to the Scots with Soul podcast. It's week 68 this week. And yes, we did have a bit of a problem getting another two guests, so it's just me and the man Viper. How are you doing, Viper, son?
I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit cold in my room.
It's the temperature's mega
however,
down the past couple of weeks.
I do have a hammer, so I'm okay. Like,
Hammer acquired.
I'm okay with hammer is actually acquired, so there we go. Also, the background looks different. I said it'd be changing. Look, I've went full Stranger Things, and I can actually make them blink. Ready? Will, are you there? See?
But it's like you're talking about it as if it's magic, right? Like I can actually make them blink.
It's magic.
Right?
Well, if I do this, see, you guys can't see what I'm doing, but it's magic.
But we can see that you're quite clearly leaning towards
you can't see anything. No, you can't.
Clearly switching a switch that's just off
I
screen.
am just leaning to one side.
Oh, guys, look at this. Over 100 years. This technology is over 100 years old. Look at that as I switch this switch over here.
There's no switch. No switch. No. You know what? Do you want a switch? Here, I'll get you a switch. Where is it? I can't find my switch at the moment, but there you go. There's no switch.
There's each time I plug my fucking Stream Deck in, it comes up saying, "Would you like to download this thing for Elgato Light Bar?" And what the Elgato Light Bar is, right, is basically like it's just a light bar that you can put just like fucking Christmas lights, right? Except it's hooked up to your Elgato, and then you hook it up to your Alexa, and you just basically say "go blue," and it goes blue behind you and shit like that. It's pretty cool.
Do you know, I think Dando has something like that, because she had some when I first started watching her stream.
It was on the Jukes that I seen it. It was on the Jukes' channel.
It was like you could put a command in and it was like lights blue, and it was weird because if you turned it green, like half of her body would disappear.
Because they had green screen.
Mm-hmm.
Aye. Green screen will mess with that. I'd turn green half if I had that green screen active. No green allowed. Because I made that huge mistake years ago, man. Like, we got 1,000 followers on COD8MYdog, and I was like, right, okay, there's the straw poll. It's got a bunch of colours. I'm dyeing my hair whatever one you choose. And they fucking
they chose green.
They chose green, of course they fucking did. Do you know what I mean? So like so I think I'd disable green if I was doing that. But the light bar thing's pretty cool, man. Like Jukes was streaming it and he's like, "Alexa, go red." And it's gone like pink and he's gone, "Fuck off, Alexa."
Vanessa has this weird thing. I'll need to see if she's got a video of it on her Instagram, but she's got this video, her echo, I need to say echo because I've got one and I don't want it going off. Her echo, when she says echo, "I'm sad," it goes, "no problemo." All the lights go green and Smash Mouth starts playing. Oh no, it's not. No, that was a different one I saw. Her one, it starts going through a rainbow and plays YMCA.
Proper cheers you up. Oh man,
yeah, that's pretty cool.
See, like, you see some quite cool setups. Like, you've obviously went for a wee bit of the change behind you on the podcast and stuff, so as you can see what you're into and stuff. And I really do like the like bookshelf and stuff behind people. I do like that. But me personally, I'm always going to have the green screen. Do you know what I mean? Like, in my room is...
Well, do you know what I could do?
See, if I'd done a bookshelf bit, Viper, this is my point, but it'd be a mess. Do you know what I mean? It'd be a fucking mess. Do you know what I mean? There'd be bowls of cereal and that up there. Do you know what I mean? They'll like fucking just be like my Metal Gear
You know what?
Solid
Here,
games
just to make
and
you
like.
feel better, I'll put an empty can of Coke there, okay?
See, it looks like a full
There
can
we
of
go.
Coke. You need to crush it and like make it look like rubbish. Aye, there you go, mint it. Right, there you go. Yeah, mint it.
COD8MYdog's bookshelf.
But aye, that's one of the reasons I like the green screen, because you've been in my room. My room's a fucking tip. But do you know what I mean? It's all nice and perfectly clean.
I'm pretty sure it's the only room apart from the kitchen and bathroom that gets used in your room.
Aye, pretty much. I sit in my bedroom all the time. It's fucking terrible, man. You vegetate.
You don't even sleep on the bed. You sleep on the couch.
I know I sleep on my couch. I know that's why my doctor can't wrap her head around about that. And I'm like, I can't bring myself to sleep in my bed. And she's like, what? And I'm like, I just can't bring myself to sleep in my bed. I don't know what it is. And she's like, I've been to shrinks and all that to see about it, and nobody can figure out why, that I just sleep on a couch when there's a bed right there.
You know, it's weird. I actually had this. I had kind of the same thing when I was like just starting high school, but it's because no. Just as I was finishing primary school, and it was because
How you doing,
I
Chaos
used to have,
Monkey?
I used to have a bunk bed, right? But I realised quite early on when I got my bunk bed that my dog couldn't climb the ladder to get up to me, so I felt kind of bad because my dog really liked to sleep next to me. And, you know, I really should have trained him to not, because that's usually a thing. But at the same time, in winter, he was warm and he was cuddly. Of course I was going to cuddle him. But I'd done this really weird thing where I'd sleep on the couch below it, but I could turn that into like a bit of a bed. But it was big enough to be a bed anyway. But sleep on the couch. But I'd put my leg up like that on like the back of the couch. And I couldn't sleep unless my leg was up. I tried. I was like, no, leg up. I sleep over at people's, right? And I just put pillows under my leg to make it feel like it's up in the air. I still do it. I still put pillows under my leg.
Sleeping
like
habits.
If I can't get to sleep, I'll like
Thunder.
put a pillow under my leg.
Move now. Move. I know there's cables in the way. Go. Move. Dafty man.
Right. So, first bits of news from September. Some of the games that have been released this month, and I'm not gonna lie, this month's been a banger for games. We've had Borderlands 3.
Got released. Borderlands. Aye. I'm giving it a miss until it's way down in price, though.
I'm going to do the same. I'm going to wait till like Christmas when I get the Christmas deals, and I might actually get it for PS4. Like, I'm not too sure yet. But we've got Borderlands 3. Gears 5 came out. People on the channel have been playing that.
Gears 5 is really fucking good, by the way. Like, it's a lot of fun.
You had NBA 2K20 came out, and you saw a couple of weeks ago when we were at Insomnia. Oh my god, I actually watched that podcast back and I actually couldn't believe what I was seeing.
What, the Insomnia podcast?
No, like, did you see the 2K20
No.
for NBA? There's literally slot machines and pachinko machines.
Yes, the advert for it. Yeah, I did.
Oh, was that last week?
Yeah, it was last week. Aye,
oh,
it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I thought it was the Insomnia podcast, but I was sitting there going, how are you advertising this to kids? Like,
well, that's one of the things I wanted to talk about tonight. The UK Parliamentary Commission recommends recommendations published for loot boxes. They basically say, like, this is where we draw the line. Adults are allowed to gamble. That's the British law. You can fucking sell gambling to adults. That's perfectly fine. But any game marketed to kids, no. And I think that's and the ESA have fucking disagreed with it. Do you know what I mean? So the loot box fucking debate just continue, and it's just gone mental, man. But
it's ridiculous. It is. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, put it this way, I've got no problem with games having like a gambling thing where you earn the credits just by play. Like with with Overwatch, you get one loot box per level up, or I'm pretty like. Even Pokemon done it back in the days. You could go into like the little arcade places. You could play their slot machine, and then you could earn enough credits in the game to go and get like a technical move that you could only get by doing that. Right? It's not like you can go out and it's not like a pay to win thing. Like, but there was no way to get it either other way. You had to grind this game, and that's like fine and everything. But it's when it comes to like stuff that you're spending real money on. Like, people need to realize, like, it's not
You
just.
see him just throwing this at me now?
I can't believe. Look at the fucking state of it. Oh man, I bought him that nearly a year ago.
Mate, I wash this once a month. It's ridiculous, man. It goes in the washing machine on its own once a month.
What is going on? Nah, but
Like me
people
personally, see RNG in games, right? RNG has a place in games, right? And this is where you're probably going to hate me because I'm going to say this is where Destiny have got it right. Right? There's RNG in Destiny's loot boxes, right? And that's where they've got it wrong, right? RNG has no place in a loot box. See if they're saying like there is some things in Destiny where they'll say like this is this amount of silver to buy this or that or this or that. That's the way these things should be, right? If you're going to do loot boxes, it needs to be for over 18s. That's the way I feel about it. And like Destiny have got it right. RNG in the game is like, see when you do a certain activity, weapons will drop, right? Now you do a certain nightfall, which is the weekly activity to get yourself powerful gear in Destiny. The
Warcraft done the same. Like you do this certain raid to get.
Do you know what I mean? And it drops
it
drops a gun at the end of that. Now, fair enough, they've done curated roles now, but the way it used to work in Destiny was that strike specific gun. Every time you got it, it was RNG for what its perks were. So that was the fun in Destiny 1. Do you know what I mean?
It's because you kept playing the same raid to get the same gun, but better.
But you for a better role or a role that you liked, and that's why Destiny was so much fun in Destiny 1. Destiny 2's no the same as that, like, because they tried to go more loot boxy with their Eververse and stuff like that, and I just feel like it harms games. I think in games,
it does.
Where I think if you're doing it, if you're playing the game and there's a gameplay based reward, that needs to be set in stone almost. It can be the same gun all the time, but the perks change. It just needs to be the same gun. And like, see, for loot boxes, if you're gonna be selling loot boxes, I think it needs to be in-game currency which you can earn in-game. But then what's the point in doing loot boxes? Because it's all about money for them. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. Take them away, man. Just take them away. Take us back to 1998.
I hate giving them credit. It's one of these things. Like, you love to, but Epic Games got it right with Fortnite. Like with Fortnite, it was a case of you don't earn any currency in the game. You don't need skins to play the game. They make it a bit more fun. You don't need to. And then they went, all right, well, how about we do the battle pass? And you got the silver battle pass and the gold battle pass. The gold battle pass is just a wee bit more. Do you need it to play the game? No. But do you want it? I go for it. But see all this right here. Literally, like if you go on Fortnite, right, it shows cool. Level 1, this is what you'll get. All the way up to level 100. These are all the things you will get. Right? Literally tells you. The only way to get them is by you grinding it. And that's how it should be done. They literally saw a case of they saw and went, right, everyone's doing loot boxes. Why does everybody hate them? Because they don't know what they're going to get, and they feel it needed to play the game.
See, my mate Kyle's I like the way Kyle thinks when it comes to loot boxes and microtransactions and stuff in games. No, he agrees with you that things should be grinded for, right? But see, for those who don't have the time to grind, right? See, for those who don't have the time to grind, they should have an option to like buy the stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's like, say, I've got time to spend, but he's got money. Do you know what I mean? Who cares how we got to it? Do you know what I mean? Like, he bought the weapon because he wants to play with it, and I grinded the weapon because I wanted to play with it.
But you need to also be careful because then it could become pay to win.
But like, if the guns are nice and fair and balanced, then it doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? You're totally right, but the games need to stop putting these pure super powered guns in it. Do you know what I mean? Like Destiny have got these thing called their pinnacle weapons, and they've got exotic weapons as well, and exotics are the gold ones, and you can only have one gold piece of weapon, and you've got 3 weapons and 1 gold piece of armor, but you can have the rest. Like, you can be wearing full purples, and the pinnacles are purple weapons, but they act like exotics. So do you know what I mean? And they're like, some of them are locked behind the PvP, Some of them are raid guns and all that. So yeah, it's gameplay, right? But my problem with the pinnacle weapons is there's some of them that some people can't get because they're deep in a PvP playlist. Thunder, quit it. So like people like me, I really don't like the competitive playlist. It's so slow, it's monotonous, it's not really that fun, and that's the one you have to play to get the really good weapons in Destiny. And I've been struggling in Destiny. I used to try to chase his tail. But it's because of this toy. He doesn't like getting close to it because it's got like all the wee sweet arms and stuff. But he'll go for it when I've got it in my hand. But soon you put it down, he starts jumping my way for it and all that. He's a fucking tool. Hey, how you doing, Yalde-san? Aye, I'm going to bring this up.
I know I just like, gave Fortnite props, but at the same time, I just remembered there's been numerous cases of bullying in the UK to do with Fortnite. It's like, oh my god, you don't have that skin? What, are you poor or something? And you're like, okay.
That's always going to happen in school. That's why your mum and dad fucking bought you nice trainers and that, so she didn't get bullied at school. Swear to God, my mum and dad said that every time they were buying me a pair of trainers over 30 quid. You're just getting these so you don't get hassled at school. Just do remember that. We're fucking good to you. Ah, fucking hell, man.
It's weird because like I've had this weird mindset growing up, and I still have this mindset where brands, I could not give two shits. I would much rather wear a pair of shoes that were so fucking comfy that I'd wear them day in, day out, every single day. I don't care if they cost me 10 quid or 100
I
quid.
didn't come into that way of thinking it until it was my own money I was spending on shit like that. See, when it was like, my mum and dad that were buying me, I always wanted brands. I was like, I want that, man. Pure spoiled Wednesday. As soon as I was buying trainers myself, man, at like 16 with my milk money, I was like, know what? Got to get a set of earbuds for 20 quid.
Yaldi, it's a jumper. Fuck you. No, it's like the thing. Even like this, with this is for Primark, and it cost me $4.99. Like, I bought it because I like it. I didn't buy it because it's PlayStation. But no, that's a lie. I did buy it because I went, oh, cool, PlayStation. But I just realised I just completely caught myself out.
Well done, Viper.
But no, it's like I didn't buy it because I wanted to. Oh, no, I did, but
fucking, he's really doing well here, right? We're going to go back to the loot
okay,
box
I bought it because
right?
I bought it because I wanted clothing with the PlayStation logo. But I didn't buy it for status.
It was the reasonably priced attire with PlayStation logo on it. How could one resist?
In Scotland, do you know what this means? This doesn't mean I represent PlayStation. This means I like the PlayStation. Do you like the PlayStation?
Aye, right, here we go, right? The British government should regulate loot boxes under new gambling law. A parliamentary inquiry is recommended. After 9 months of evidence gathering in the digital culture, media and sport, DCMS committee today published its 84-page report. We're not going to read the 84-page report. We've got to read this guy's fucking summary of it. Right? We've got to read
with that DCMS on you, mate. Oh, how much?
We've got to read Hayden Taylor's fucking rundown of it, right? So, chief among its recommendations were that paid loot boxes should be regulated under gambling law, and there'd be a ban on selling them to children. Thank you. That's good. It's good to actually see that come out in the media. The inquiry took evidence from all corners of the industry, including developers, trade bodies, and academics, and reported that a lack of honesty and transparency among social media and game company representatives. The DCMS committee chair, Damien Collins MP, said that it was time for gaming and social media companies to be more responsible and challenged the government's current stance that loot boxes aren't gambling. If the government wants to maintain that position, even in light of the DCMS report, the committee said it should publish a paper explaining why loot boxes are exempt from the Gambling Act. The committee noted that the evidence around the potential harms of simulated gambling on children remains thin, and therefore recommended a precautionary approach going forward. Additionally, the committee suggested that the UK government should advise PEGI to apply the existing gambling content label and corresponding age limits to games that feature loot boxes or similar mechanics of
Absolutely.
obfuscation and chance. Now, I agree with that as well. Aside from loot boxes, the scathing report recommended the games industry take responsibility for protecting players against potential harms and support independent research on long-term effects of gaming. It also expressed serious concern at a lack of robust age verification systems. Now, that's very true as well. It's dead easy to spam your age online, and it's always been dead easy to spam your age online. Following the formal classification of gaming disorder by World Health Organization earlier this year, remember we spoke about that. The committee also just suggested the department should begin working with independent researchers immediately, funded in part by an industry tax, and with game companies sharing aggregated player data. Now that's a fucking good idea. Do you know what I mean? Fucking get it paid by the tax.
At the same time, though, and I know this is funny because I'm wearing a PlayStation hoodie, but hackers.
There's always going to be hackers.
And like I said, I know it's funny because I'm wearing a PlayStation hoodie. Hackers. Do you remember that PlayStation? Do you like the PlayStation? Because hackers like the PlayStation.
The sharing of data for research purposes was something academics called for during the inquiry. When giving evidence to the committee in June, it was a sentiment echoed by King Digital head of portfolio and new games, Alex Dale, albeit with the caveat that data is subject to normal commercial protections. So that means like fucking either going to pull their data and that, but they can't use your name and they can't sell it on and stuff like that. So the usual data protections apply for stuff like that. Commercial sensitive data proved somewhat of a sticking point throughout the evidence gathering process, with many games companies, particularly Epic Games, leveraging its avoidance strategy when asked about typical player spend and playtime, a tactic which saw MPs describe gaming companies as being woefully obtuse.
But it's because Epic Games, like their main player base is under 18.
I know. And they can obviously see that through their statistics and shit.
Like it's I find it a bit ridiculous how you've got games like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas had a gambling logo on it, right? And that's because you could go into a casino and play. I think you could play blackjack. I think that's what you could play. Red Dead Redemption, the first one, had the gambling because you can go and play poker and blackjack and roulette and everything, right? You're doing that with virtual money. And the government went, no, that's gambling. No. But things with real physical money, no, not gambling. Yes, it fucking is. I say this, like it doesn't need to be a casino game for you to get addicted. Like I was spending close to like 50, 60 quid a month on Overwatch loot boxes.
Mate, I done it with Gwent. Like, every time I turned Gwent on, I'd spend 20 quid on loot boxes for no reason, because it was like semi-addictive and I was enjoying it. And then you're like, hold on a minute, this is the fucking slot machine. Do you know what I mean? It's
it is. Like, it's the same with stuff like I know like some play like card games get away with it, like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and everything. They get away with it because you're buying a product. You get something out of it. It's it's a surprise what you get with it, but it's the same with Kinder Eggs. It's how Kinder Eggs get it. But people don't realize is that it just takes the smallest thing to get addicted to it. Like I'm you know what? Like I'm going to use Warhammer as an example, right? Like one of the things I love about that game so much is the roll dice. Like same with Dungeons. I love the chance roll dice mechanic, right? What difference?
Kinder Eggs are gambling. But I suppose fucking
maybe America's onto something. But like
Sam and Gracie.
With like well, if we're going to let me use Warhammer as an example, right? I like playing a game where you use dice to win. What this game then encourages me to do is roll these spend more money to buy bigger things, so that my ability to roll the dice and win more consistently increases, and then they sell me books on telling me how to use the things that I use to roll the dice. Like, I know this is pretty far-fetched, but it comes down to the same thing of rolling dice, chance to win. And I don't know, you see where I'm going with this? You see where I'm trying to go with this?
Aye. But
But like, it gets really shaky, and it was weird because I actually had to, like, I started working for Smiths, and I had a talk to one of the guys in the software about this, and I was like, do you know how you can buy credit for like PlayStation Wallet and Xbox Wallet and Steam Wallet and all that? Do you think that maybe actually just should be limited to be sold to 18 or over? Because they can just go and gamble that money away. But again, I guess they could just use their actual money and gamble it away as
no,
well.
because
But
other people need to put money in their PlayStation account to buy games normally. So no, I don't agree with that. But there should be like, I don't know, there should be some. See the way there's bouncers on fucking casinos and shit, and you can't get into the casino in real life. Should be fucking virtual bouncers at every exit and fucking entry point to something like a.
Could you imagine that a virtual guy just going, "Sorry, mate, no the night." Like, could you imagine that?
Do you know what I mean? Like fucking, you could see it like, see the way like every laptop comes with a fucking webcam on it nowadays. Do you know what I mean? Every PlayStation 5 comes with a camera, say, and fucking.
That's a bit dodgy.
Do you know what I mean? It looks at the person.
It'll probably happen actually.
Looks at the fucking cunt's face who's playing it and goes, "No, mate, you're clearly 12." Do you know what I mean? It's like I don't know how they're gonna figure it out, but something like that needs to happen.
What if you could verify your account? And way by doing that is by like sending a picture of your driver license or your passport.
There's so many parents that don't understand, like even our generation, do you know what I mean? People that never fucking picked up a fucking PlayStation controller, haven't played a computer, and they're now having kids, and like they'll just buy their kids the most up-to-date Call of Duty game when they're 12 because everybody else in school's got it, and if they don't, their when's on they playing the cool game, and then, do you know what I mean? Oh, mum, can you put some money in this for me? Mum goes through that process, puts money in game, and then you've got a kid gambling on a registered account. The PlayStation thinks he's 18-year-old, but he's 12 playing Call of Duty, then fucking
What if,
do you know what I mean? That's why I was saying about the camera thing. Do you know what I mean? Like that was why I thought of that.
Even then, like the camera does get very invasion of privacy.
Yes, do you know what I mean? It's like that's the only. It's like I know it's got roadblocks, but that's all I could think of is to get a decent grasp on it. Like, aye, fair enough, you'd have to like guess there'd be some 17-year-olds that'd be able to gamble. Do you know what I mean? Because they've managed to grow a beard. Do you know what I mean? Like, fuck, I'm 30 and this is fucking 3 weeks worth of growth. It's fucking horrible.
What if then? Do you know how you get partnered stores, like, or like endorsed stores, like you know how you get with pubs, like, oh, this pub is actually owned by Heineken, you know, so they have loads of Heineken products. Or you can, in stores, you have Coca-Cola fridges and you get the fridge for free as long as it's stocked with Coca-Cola products, you know, all that, right? What if you had that with stores and you got, like, say, like, for example, like, if you had, you know, game in your local shopping centre, right? PlayStation approved. You could go into the store with ID and go, "Hiya, I'd like to verify my account, please. This is my account name." How would you prove that that was your account?
Sign in on it.
Oh yeah, sign into your account. Go, "There's my ID. I am over 18.
The same way as when you're signing,
please
see when you go to a bank to talk about your bank shit, and the woman's like, "What's your account?" And she types in your account. Oh, it's the details, blah, 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 blah. And then she slides the keyboard and turns her head away, and then you type your password in. Do you know what I mean? It's like, do that, show your ID, boom, sorted. Do you know what I mean? It's the right person. That's why, like, when you first sign in your PlayStation account, it's like, what's your full name? That full name must match the ID that you're showing. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that will stop people from going, like, do you know what I mean?
You could use two-step authentication as well with it, because I just saw that, like, you know, parents could do that too, though. Aye, but what if
Parents
for
could
every
do that too, aye, but it's a smaller window. Do you know what I mean? It's tighter.
like parents are going to start like put it this way, like parents are going to start asking questions. If like a kid, mom, can you go into the PlayStation store and verify my account for me, please? Why? What are you doing that it needs verified for?
And then they've actually got somebody in the shop. Do you know what I mean? They're like, my son asked me to verify his account. Oh, right, and they explain it to the parent, and they're like that, and the parent can be like, right, okay, that's fair enough. And then it's completely up to the parent if they want to go change their kid's account to fucking, do you know what I mean, their name, and then go back in and do it.
You know, this is
Do you know
actually
what
one
I
of the
mean?
really interesting
But
laws as well.
Gracie's totally
Like,
right. There's ways round about that. Like I just said, if the parent learns that, they could then go home, and do you know what I mean? Like I could be like, fuck it, he's 14. Right, my name on his account, and I'll go in and verify it for him. Fuck it. Do you know what I mean? It's like easy.
could you? Well, if they like, this is more like if they do this, then they could class it as this. But I think me and you are both in the mindset of this. This is gambling. Like this is no different.
Hey, Scarbrand. Welcome.
Like that. This is in most accounts gambling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And would you agree that the reason that gambling is classed as over 18 is because it is deemed harmful to a child?
Yes.
And if a parent is shown doing something that is harmful to a child, then it becomes a social services matter. They could then class doing that as enabling harm to a child. I know that's far-fetched, but that's what they could then do legally. I know that's like really far out, but...
Thunder, move. He keeps bringing his teddy up.
It's one of the rules I don't get as well, is that like if I go, I'm 21, if I buy someone under the age of 18 cigarettes or alcohol, I can get done for child endangerment or whatever the law is called.
But
right? But I can go and buy them a copy of Manhunt.
I know, but it's getting people to realise that these things will harm a kid. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
I know, like the whole thing of, you know, it then comes to the thing of, oh, but do video games actually influence kids? Well, for the most part, no. But we're not talking about playing the video game here. We're talking about gambling within the video game.
No, but like what I'm talking about when it's harmful to kids, like over 18s games and shit. Like, first time I seen Resident Evil, I was 8 years old, right?
You shit yourself.
And it was the reason I had a fucking nightlight when I was 8 and 9 years old, because I was terrified that fucking zombies were coming for me. My mum and dad couldn't understand it. That's what I'm talking about. Do you know what I mean? And like, when it comes to loot boxes and stuff, then you're just getting kids addicted to gambling, and the society this comes into societal problems. Now, like, everybody, they in a capitalist system, they want everybody to believe that you could rise to the top just through sheer luck. Do you know what I mean? And like the lottery, these gambling, these loot boxes and shit, and what you see some people that are on good wages. Say somebody's earning 35 grand a year. They'll sometimes be betting £300-400 a week. Do you know what I mean? And you're like, that guy's skinning himself. And like, I've seen my wee brother some month being like, I fucking spent too much money in the bookies, man. And he's needing a lot of money. And you're like, come on. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I remember when I done it a few times when I was working, spent way too much money on roulette machines. Do you know what I mean? You're just sitting there, you're wanting a win, you're wanting that good thing, you're wanting that one to drop out. And it's like, that's what loot boxes are as well. You're looking for a specific thing, and these loot boxes are saying, yes, that specific thing's in there, but it's got a 2% chance if it's a good thing. Don't you kid yourself on and say like, oh, the top tier stuff's got a fucking 20% chance of dropping. Has it? Fuck, it's got a 2% chance of dropping in that loot box. Do you know what I mean? Like, the loot boxes are let's, for argument's sake, a loot box is £2, right? See that thing, the fucking pure rare thing? Why don't they just make the rare thing £4? Do you know what I mean? It's twice the price of a loot box, but you know what you're getting. Do you know what I mean? I want that. Bam. Buy it. It's a product.
Like, it's interesting well, because like card games do that. Like, going back to Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff, you can buy booster packs or you can buy the Shadow Legends deck, and on the back of the box, you will get these exact cards.
See, I'd much prefer fucking there be more microtransactions like that in a game. But the reason game companies put the loot boxes in is because they know they can make more money. That's why like forever how much I don't know what side to follow, and whenever I think that, I'm like, ah, fuck them, because like they know for a fact you're gonna spin 3 or 4 times to try and get what you want. You've got it in your head. I'm going to spin 3 or 4 times. I'm going to buy 3 or 4 loot boxes and see what happens. And then in your head, you're like, I'll get it by the 4th one. I'll get it by the 4th one. 4th one drops. I'll just get another one. I'll just get another one. Just get another one. And then you end up buying 9 loot boxes, 10 loot boxes. Do you know what I mean?
What would you think if maybe they ended up putting like a rigging system in? So like in like 1 in every 5 boxes, you are guaranteed, like if it's a colour system, you're guaranteed a gold. Or you're guaranteed a...
See, one thing like I would maybe like to see is, like, I'd like to see a ban on opening loot box videos. I'd love to see that. It's a bit extreme, right? But see if, like, fucking YouTube could add to their algorithm, do you know what I mean? Like, any video that somebody puts up where they're opening a loot box and they're going, yes! It's banned, right? Because that includes all the adverts. I mean, think about it. Like we just says, there's a 2% chance to get that fucking gold, flashy, purple fucking, do you know, a shiny fucking card in a FIFA game. Yet every single loot fucking pack that's opened on the advert, you've got a cunt. That card's coming out. Lionel Messi, 97%. Team of the week, team of the month, team of the grands. Do you know what I mean? Whatever fucking they've made up this week to make the card sound more special. And that's what's popping out every single pack on the advert, where the cunt's going, yes! Yes, 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 yes! And then you go to YouTube, and cunts have been sitting, YouTubers who have obviously got a good job, because I used to do it, I had a good job, and I bought hundreds of fucking FIFA packs. Or on a website, and you've bought all these packs and you're just opening them. So it's just opening them, recording all your fucking stuff. You're not live streaming it, you're recording it, and you get 10 good loot packs that you open, and they're really good loot packs, and you put a opening 10 loot boxes video up, and it makes it look like the fucking chances of that shit dropping out the loot box is fucking almost 100%, because some fucking YouTubers made it look that way when he sat for 3 days getting this footage non-stop. Do you know what I mean?
who? There's only one YouTuber that I've ever
fucking
seen.
Wankers, man. I fucking hate that shit.
There's only one YouTuber that I ever seen do something like that right. And
just
it was
loot boxes in general, D. Marty. I was using FIFA there as an example, but if you have any examples, feel free to put them in the chat, dude.
Well, you had, people like T. Martin, Syndicate. There was some other people who'd done CSGO Lotto and everything,
KSI like done quite a lot of it on FIFA.
Yeah, KSI done quite a bit of it. But you get people like there's only one person on YouTube that I've ever seen that done it right, in my opinion, and it was Musilk. And that was on Overwatch, and he'd done Overwatch loot boxing. And what he'd do is he'd spend money to get 100 loot boxes, right? And then he would show you, right, look, 100 loot boxes. Here is from start to finish, the 100 loot boxes, unedited. So you would see, like, the whole time only got like two golds, 3 golds.
I have no problem with that sort of video, right? But the problem with that sort of video is people are going to get bored 10, 20 minutes into it when they don't see any of the
I'm
cool
not gonna
stuff.
lie, I liked it because the tension got quite high. It was like, come on. But then again, it might just be Musilk's personality, because there was times where like he just wants that one skin, and he's sitting there going like, give me the fucking skin. Give me he's 80 boxes in. Give me the fucking skin. Just give me the skin.
It's fucking it's ridiculous. It's like, how can people say that it's not gambling? I just don't understand it. I think why people say it's no gambling is because you can't magnify your money. Do you know what I mean? It's not as if you could buy a loot box in Overwatch for £2 and then all of a sudden you've got £4 in your Overwatch account. Do you know what I mean? Like
Well,
that's
there was a
how
way
I
they
think
had the
people.
in-game currency, but you couldn't use that in-game currency to buy loot boxes. You could use that in-game currency to buy the skins outright. And that's the only thing that you could ever win in Overwatch was loot boxes, was skins. There's nothing else. There was nothing like like a player of the week or and if what they done as well is say if I opened a loot box and everything in the loot box I already had, the game would go, oh, you've already got these things, so here's some in-game currency in return. You can
Kids
use
with
that in-game
mom's
currency.
credit card. Marty's right. There's so many kids that'll get their mum and dad to put their credit card on their PlayStation or something like that, man. And
They wonder why they can't eat, but it's because you went and bought that fucking Skull Trooper costume.
aye, so it's like there's bigger problems. Do you know what I mean? There is some parents that make that mistake and they end up with a fucking
Well,
cash
that,
for a
like it
month.
comes. Well, what Yaldi said there as well. A lot of this would just be sorted if there wasn't so many fucking incompetent parents. And
Wait, is that Marty? Are you fucking D Marty? Motherfucking D Marty's in the house. Holy shit, man.
that's what he said, Marty.
When did they say that?
Mo fucking Marty.
Aye, Aldi says motherfucking D Marty, but like, is that D Marty, like the one and only?
Mummy, there's a £50 loot box
So,
bundle special. But
we've
I
still got a
want
bit of the
it.
fucking the article to read actually. Gambling contributes to a global industry that generates billions in revenue, said Collins. It is unacceptable that some companies with millions of users and children among them should be so ill-equipped to talk to us about potential harm to of their products. This attitude rankled Colin, who told Game Industry back in June that game companies were waiting to be told what to do by others and only playing lip service to the problems, which is fucking totally true. Making comparisons to the gaming industry, it was noted that the games industry has not sufficiently accepted responsibility for either understanding or preventing this harm. Committee members paid particular attention to protections for vulnerable people during the inquiry, and the report shows that industry assurances fell short as companies were generally reluctant to accept responsibility for player well-being or intervening in someone if someone demonstrated abnormal spending. Now, like it's a scathing review, but it's pretty much true. Do you know what I mean? They're like, no, we're not doing away with loot boxes. It makes us money.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, well, it's like the governing bodies, if that's going to be their response, they need to be like, right, banned. Your games are now banned. You're not allowed to download them anywhere. That part of that's all shut. See, if you don't shut those
Didn't
stores
France
down,
do that?
we will fucking ban you. Like, I can't remember if France done it. It's ringing a bell. Somebody did do that recently.
Mm-hmm.
But
Might have been China.
there needs to be more of that. Do you know what I mean? Like, if, all right, okay, it makes you money. Right, okay. Boom. Not Disney. Can he make you money? If you don't shut it down, your game's shut down. You can't sell it in this country. Just attack them in the
To be honest,
pocket. If
this
they're
is
like,
why.
my pocket's getting too big, you're like, right, okay, let's attack that pocket. It's simple. Do you know what I mean?
Like the way I see it, right, is games, in my opinion, would be a lot better off if it was just the game and DLCs. Unlockable content, like in terms of like skins and everything,
Yeah,
like Call of
the
Duty.
normal,
Well,
as
like
the
Call of
real
Duty
D
was
Marty
back,
Viper.
uh,
Yes.
like Call of Duty was back in the day. You needed to fucking grind for it. You want that prestige badge? Tell you what, go play the game. Like,
Aye. Like, that's prestige badges and stuff like that, like in-game stuff should totally be in-game. Do you know what I mean? You can't buy emblems and shit to make yourself
it's
look like
exact.
a better player.
I miss the days where like pictures on games didn't show how much money you had. It showed how fucking good at the game you were. Like, if I knew that I was like Prestige 1 and I was getting into a Prestige 5 lobby, right? These players are going to be fucking better than me. Not that
But
their
the
mum earns
prestiges
50k a
on
year.
Modern Warfare were never trustworthy. They'd always been hacked.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, right? Like, prestiging wasn't just like a small thing. Like, people wouldn't just be hacking prestige if it didn't slightly mean something.
I know.
And it was a case of like we need like the whole thing of if you want this, fucking work for it.
Well, it's like, but there's some people that want to play the game that can't play the game all the time, and they've got, because they work all the time. Do you know what I mean? You can't forget about these people.
But
There
at the
needs to
same
be
time,
an
that just,
option, and
when
loot
they,
boxes
when they
can't
get
be the
those
fucking
things,
option. Do you know what I mean? It needs to be like, see the gun that you can grind for. You need to be able to buy that as well. Do you know what I mean? But make it like 30 quid or something. I don't know, man. So it's like comparable. Say you need to grind a week to get it. Do you know what I mean? Like 20 quid for the
what
gun.
if they based the amount you paid for it on like an actual pay grade system? So say for example, if you wanted this specific thing or the specific skin,
Fuck off.
someone showed on average it would take you 3 hours worth of gameplay to get this, right? 3 hours of your time. Well, what if then? Okay, so average wage in, say average wage is £8 an hour, right? What's 8 times 3? 24. It is 24, right? Aye. There you go. Well,
Then you
our
could
thing is gonna
you could half that and say it was 12 quid. Do you know what I mean?
or
Like,
or go split difference and go, okay, 20 quid. You know.
but it's like, I really think like for your microtransactions in games, make it the same as walking into a shop and buying a fucking game. Do you know what I mean? That you don't walk into fucking GameStop or something like that. You don't go like that. Oh, can I get the January 2019 game bundle? I'm really, 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 really wanting the fucking new Call of Duty. Mate, you get Batman. Fuck, he's another one. Mate, you get FIFA. Fucking FIFA. He's another one. Do you know what I mean? Don't do that when you walk into a shop.
You could just be like PlayStation players and throw your dummy out the pram.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's gambling. Get it under control. Get the fuck. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you need to fucking put a couple of fucking CEOs in fucking jail for a weekend, fucking do it. Fucking.
They'll pay themselves out at the end of it.
Who cares? They'll pay themselves out at the end of it. Get them in jail for a fucking weekend. Do you know what I mean? Keep fucking doing it. Get legislation that puts these fucking people in like harm's way. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're fucking literally harming people. See if there was a cunt down the fucking primary school schoolyard fucking going like that to Wayne's and selling them scratch cards, you better believe he'd be lynched at the nearest tree. Do you know what I mean? So fucking like, it's like, if we wouldn't let fucking these people walk into a playground, why the fuck are we letting the kids walk into the stores? Do you know what I mean? Like, bumble right into the fucking stores, man. It needs to be brought to an end.
Right, we can go about on this all night, or I can. I think I should change the subject. So, speaking on copious amounts of money, the iPhone 11.
I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'm grabbing a can.
Cool. iPhone 11 has been announced. And right, I've said it all the way, right? iPhones, actually, just Apple in general. Software, good software. Hardware, fucking shite. And it looks like it's actually not bad how the iPhone 11, just the normal iPhone 11, is going to cost £700. Oh, sorry, $700. The Pro is going to cost $999, and the Pro Max is going to cost $1,099. They're giving you palette of colors, longer battery life, and an A3 Bionic processor, which I'm not A13 Bionic processor. I'm not sure what that means.
Let me go take a dog out, right?
Go for it. So I'm trying to scroll down to see what it's getting. So at this moment, there's no 5G carrier support, but they're expecting to come out in 2020. And none of the reverse wireless charging. So for people who don't know what reverse wireless charging is basically like I can do it on my phone. But what I can do is I can push a button on my phone, put it on the table. Someone who has wireless charging on their phone can then put their phone on top of mine, and then my phone will charge their phone. Everyone was screaming at Apple to have this. They've not implemented it, but oh well. I love this bit. Apple also held back on rumors made iPhone 11 compatible with the Apple Pencil. Here, do you want a £500 pencil. Why not? And they're not going to USB-C. They're going to keep them with a lightning connection. I will admit, £700 for an iPhone is a lot better considering what it used to be. But like, considering the rumors thought that the phone was going to be like £1,500, let's see. With a strong suite of new features that tantalize buyers, Apple has its work cut out for it as it heads into the hyper-competitive holiday season of 2020. Phone sales are down. Competitors like Samsung, Google, and Huawei are pulling ahead on camera tools and features. Speaking of cameras, actually, I will fully admit the software that Apple has for its like selfies and photos, beautiful. Camera quality, sorry, Huawei has you beat there because they have Leica lenses. There's my little photograph knowledge for you there. Fuck no. Let's see what else they've got. They've got the question of 5G, but as far as I know, I think the latest phone from Samsung is the only one that does 5G. You can pre-order the phone on September 13th, which is 2 days ago. They arrive in store September 20th. And that's interesting. The iPhone 8 is now $449. Right. Are you going to show me where the... All right. So the article I'm looking at isn't actually showing me much of what the phone actually has, which... Oh, there we go. So the rear cameras now have apparently wide, ultra-wide, and telephoto lenses. Sorry, other phones have had that for a while. Main 12-megapixel camera lens and 13-megapixel wide angle lens. Yeah, other phones have had that for ages. The Samsung Galaxy S9 had that. Having used this type of system on other phones like the Huawei P30 Pro and Galaxy Note 10, for example, it can really make photos more atmospheric or striking. Even then, it just literally said, there you go. Samsung and Huawei have been doing it for a while now. Sorry, I can't really see the chat right now because I'm going in and out. Again, telephoto lenses, Huawei have had that for a while. What's this? Deep Fusion, which takes the best features from 9 different images that the iPhone takes, uses machine learning to combine these disparate shots in a second, then serve up a compilation with sharper details that you'd get if you took yourself. That's the theory anyway. Again, Huawei have been doing that for a while. My phone automatically sharpens my photos and makes them look absolutely beautiful. 2 screen sizes, 5.8 inch and 6.5 inch OLED displays, Super Retina XDR, phone body textured matte finish, 64GB, 256GB, and 512GB storage capacities, 4 hours more battery life, and a 5 hour longer battery life on the Pro Max than last year's models. This is the one that I'm really interested in. It says faster Face ID unlocking. So basically, your phone will unlock faster if you use your face. Now, here's the thing, right? My phone, the Huawei, I don't even know like how fast you can do it. But my phone unlocks faster. Like, see if I'm holding my phone right like this, right? If I unlock it, it's unlocked faster than I can even get my finger do my fingerprint. Like, what more do you want? Like, how can you get faster than that? Like, do you want it to automatically know the app you want it to go for? Like, what's going on? If the other bits it's got as well, I don't know what Wi-Fi 6 is. I'm not gonna lie. Do you know what Wi-Fi 6 is called?
No, what we talked about anyway?
The iPhone.
All right.
New portrait lighting effect, monochrome, so you can take pictures in black and white.
Mint it. Hey, Epic Doom, how you doing, dude?
Fast charging adapter. I don't know. Like, I never saw like how fast it said it was going to charge your phone. But again, Huawei has you beat. I don't know, but as far as I know, Huawei has you beat because Huawei, like, again, my P20 Pro, this phone lasts put this way, I put this...
It lasts longer than Viper.
Yes. Well done. I took this phone off charge last Sorry, I took this phone off charge at 9 o'clock this morning, and when I took it off charge, it was at 85%, but that was because I didn't charge it the night before, right? When I took it off charge at about 9:30, right? I went to work. I used my phone for music to drive when I drive to and from work, as well as maps because I use an app called Waze. Used it throughout my lunch break. Used it when I got home, and it's currently on 47%. That's a good battery life.
That's pretty decent,
if I left it, it would probably last me until the morning before I need to charge it again, right? The phone goes from 1% to 100% in 45 minutes. Granted, you have to use Huawei's charger, so it supercharges, but that's it, right? Now, I don't know if iPhone are going to be flexing that. If they are, then good, but no. The big thing is that they've got iOS 13. That's the only thing I'm like, oh, that's all right. Because, like I said, Apple make good software, they make shite hardware. But, like, what does it say, right?
But Apple are pretty much a software company. That's the fucking thing about them.
Like, what does it say, right? That this is basically just me flexing about my phone. But even then, this phone has been out for over a year. And it's better than Apple's new generation phone.
But that's the thing about mobile phones. The technology's not going forward. It's like cars, man. It's like, see the.
Well, it is going forward, but it's not Apple leading it anymore.
It's no. Technology for mobile phones has been the same since about 2015, right? See when these phone companies and shit like that, what a capitalist fucking system makes companies do. Oh look, we've just fucking got this shit. We could jump the industry forward 20 years in 6 months, or we can forward the industry by 6 months every 6 months for the next 20 years. Do you know what I mean? And they drip feed you the bullshit. Oh, look, we'll give you a couple of more megapixels. Oh, look, here's a fucking monochrome filter. You try to tell me that they fucking have that already? Fuck off. They're just giving you new shit that they had for years. Do you know what I mean?
People seem to forget as well, like, the last time that a company took a phone and went, cool, we're going to take this 10 years into the future, they became the biggest phone brand on the planet. Hello, Apple. Do you remember when you released the first iPhone? Do you remember how people lost their fucking mind? Like, people were looking at the phone and going, but there's no buttons. It's touch screen. What?
Mate, you've got the opposite effect happening now. You've got kids walking up to the TV and trying to press the fucking... Do you know what I mean? See, TVs have got that new YouTube function now, man. You've got fucking kids trying to press TV screens that are now touch screen and shit. Do you know what I mean?
Have I told you what I saw outside of primary school that actually made me lose a bit of faith in humanity and our intelligence? I saw a kid with a textbook look at the front page and go...
Oh, fuck. What is this?
They tried to swipe it before they...
But mate, that's what they've grew up with. Do you know what I mean?
That's kind of scary, like, when you think about it. There's literally there's teenagers in the world now who have never known a life without an iPhone.
Right, let's get off the phone subject anyway, right? iPhone.
Right.
Chop. Right. We've got to talk about fucking Discord Nitro a wee bit, because they're doing away with their free games and stuff like that. Did I not put that in the fucking bot?
Buy subscriptions.
Right, I didn't put it in the bot, and I thought I did, right? But,
I'm pretty sure that's the only reason that people got Discord Nitro was so they got the free game. I forgot. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot Discord done games.
The Discord is where people talk, and it's like fucking... You know what Discords are used for? They're not used for playing games. They're used for buying games either, so like... I don't know what Discord are got to do with their Nitro, but they're doing away with all the free games.
What was it before they done all this stuff?
It was like, see how we're doing it the new, and like I've got you in 1080p and shit because I've got Nitro. Do you know what I mean? It's like doing stuff like this, you'll get better like connections and shit like that. You get access to the premium servers basically rather than
Why
the
don't they
public
just
servers.
full on kill Skype and just go cool? Everyone gets 1080p.
Like,
Why don't they just do that? You can now broadcast your gameplay on Discord.
you can broadcast your gameplay
That's
on
called
Discord,
sharing.
but it's got a viewer cap. I think it's like 8 people max can watch. And it's like, say for, it's a really good feature for us doing Hype CW stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, we can do a wee stream on Discord. Only up to 8 people can see it, so it's a small group, and we can do our own thing. Like, here's what we've got. Do you know what I mean? That's what it's for. It's no to compete with Twitch or anything like that. It's so as you can do like wee movie nights and shit like that. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not because it's 8 up to 8, only 8 people. It's not viewed as a commercial use. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I could put a movie on and we could watch it in there, and it's not as commercial use and shit like that. Do you know what I mean? So shit like that. Aye, I quite like the feature. It's quite cool.
Yeah, but
No used it yet, right enough.
do you think it's just more that Discord hadn't really been advertising Nitro that much? It's not like, get Nitro, get Nitro, get Nitro, get Nitro, get Nitro.
No,
get Nitro.
it's I know. Hear me going back to problems with society, but it's problems with society. It's like, oh shit, we're successful. Discord have got a successful thing. Everybody's on Discord. If you're trying to start a community now, you get a fucking Discord, right? It's like, that's what you do, and fucking, because they're successful, they want to take bigger bites at the apple. Do you know what I mean? It's as you eat more, you get a bigger appetite, and that's just fucking what's happening. You're like, at Discord, chill, make your, do you know what I mean? Fix your servers first. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but this is an interesting one. That Discord are like, no more free games.
wish I had the article to read, but fuck it, I don't. We just
Yeah,
go with it.
right.
They're doing away with the free games as suggested anyway. We were just going to expand on it a wee bit. Netflix announced on Twitter this week when new shows were releasing, even though some weren't supposed to be released yet, i.e. The Witcher. I'm sure I put this in the bot. So they released a lot of no dates, but you can figure out the dates because they tell you from the date of the tweet how many days you had to wait. There it's there. Netflix. Where is the tweet to tweet? There it's there. So you've got, the wait is almost over. So many nights sleep for these titles, right? When was it published? It's published 3 days ago. Right, so The Witcher is in 97 days. So that's December. It was published September 11th. So that's December 17th. The Witcher's coming out, and they were not supposed to release that. So well done, Netflix. But aye, The Witcher's.
Netflix question: where's My Last Kingdom season 4?
Mate,
Where's My Last Kingdom season 4?
I'm fine waiting on it because it's such a good series. Do you know what I mean? I'm fine with it. I'm fine.
Oh yeah, I'm fine waiting on it, but hurry the fuck up.
The only thing that's bad about The Last Kingdom is
I am Uhtred.
Aye, some of the accents, man. You're like, when did
No, but
Britain
that's the worst
become
part,
Russia?
is that that's their actual accent. They actually hired German and Danish actors, which I actually applaud because they're really, really good. But at the same time, I am Uhtred, son of Uhtred. I want to go to Bebebe. I'm like, okay.
But I suppose it's
That's more the writer's fault, but
it's probably as authentic as they could get it. Do you know what I mean? Because the Danes were properly invading England when that shit was set. So to have Danish actors.
well, the reason
and
I'm
shit
so
is just-
excited because they're getting to the point where Wessex, Northumbria, and Mercia are about to become England, and that means Scotland's gonna get involved. And I really want to see this is me being Scottish, but also I really want to see Danes versus Scots, because that's basically Danes versus Danes. Oh, sorry, that's basically Norway versus Danes.
So we'll just go through other series as well that are coming out. Marianne, what's that? Don't
Never
know.
seen that.
The Politician, don't. Sounds shite. It's about politicians.
Never watched Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders is fucking good. Peaky Blinders is really good.
I've been told to watch it just because of the camera work and direction it took.
Mate, just watch it because Tom Hardy's in the first 3 seasons. El Camino, the Breaking Bad movie,
I'll
Toon,
be watching
S1 and
that.
S2, Atypical, End of the Fucking World. Sounds pretty good.
I'll be watching that. And End of the Fucking World. It's like a British comedy about two edgy teens. Is that, wait, am I thinking of the right one? Yeah, and it's basically like this kid who genuinely thinks about committing murder, and then he
Alright.
meets this girl who's just like so chaotic. He falls in love with her, and then at one point they decide, you know what, let's fucking run away together. And they're like 12, but it's so good more because of how the characters are. It's a bit like Skins, you know. You don't watch Skins for the comedy; you watch Skins for the characters. You
I
know,
never
it
ever
was
did
just,
watch Skins, but
Skins was good. I liked Skins. I didn't like the last season of Skins, but like the first couple of seasons of Skins, I did enjoy. Like, I watched it a bit later because I was a bit young when Skins first came out, and you think my mum was gonna let me fucking watch Skins. Did you watch Misfits?
yes, I watched Misfits.
Do you know how you didn't watch it for the comedy? You watched it for the character.
I watched Misfits for the comedy.
I watched it. I watched it for the character and the story.
Fuck it,
Yeah,
it's so stupid,
but
man.
then
It's
again,
brilliant.
but it's because some of the comedy in it was because of the characters. It was because of
Aye.
what's his face's character. Who, by the way, we're season 2 of Umbrella Academy actually, because I want to see more
Please,
Umbrella Academy.
I don't.
But
I really don't. It was bad. I stopped watching it halfway through the season.
I
I didn't
liked
enjoy
it.
it. I didn't like it.
There's
Um,
I liked it more because I just like the characters as well. But
One thing I
it's the
want to
same.
address this week before we go too long, I mean it's already past 10, is Hype
Oh,
CW
yeah.
starting its 2 week break this Monday. There won't be an episode tomorrow or next Monday, but there'll be a sort of talk show running out at the same time. We'll be running about half an hour talk show, just talking about where we're going with Hype CW, avenues for people to get involved in Hype CW, where we would like people to get involved in Hype CW, where we need people on the team and stuff, and a few character ideas and stuff we'll throw about for season 2 and shit. But aye, Hype CW is on a 2 week break just now because we didn't have footage. I've just got the footage for 6 and 7. I'll be making them. 5 is in the works, it's almost finished, but as soon as the 3 episodes are finished, they'll be airing weekly as normal. And the last thing I wanted to talk about this weekend is Project Resistance, which is the new Resident Evil co-op game, which is, in my opinion, fucking long overdue. Do you know what I mean? A game like, it's basically like Left 4 Dead and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And like, the Resident Evil series should really have had one in this area long before now. So let's have a wee look at this trailer.
Stranger Things, that you?
I really want to believe that liquor's playable and you can go the zombies against the people.
You really want to believe that Venom is playable? I was about to say something really stupid.
Who is that man behind the fucking thing though? Because Mr. X is quite obviously controllable, and I think that is, like, I think that's a nod to the fact that Mr. X is playable. Do you know what I mean? The fact that he's like a robot there, and you see the guy clenching his fists, and the big guy clenching his fists, and it's red lights, and then he's got red lights in his eyes. It's quite clearly he's under control with whoever was in that control room. But I'm looking forward to that. That looks fucking good. That looks good.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I think I'll give it a shot.
All the zombies are playable. Yes, yes.
Right.
Yeldy
Any other
confirms
things?
in chat.
Any other things you want to talk about? I know I said I'll mention some other things coming out in this month. The new D&D campaign comes out. Descent into Avernus, Baldur's Gate, which is going to be cool because it's in the south of the Sword Coast. That's my wee nerdy bit out of the way.
Oh,
Other
Civ
games.
6 update. Civ 6 update. You wanted
Oh
me to
yeah,
tell
the
you about
fucking
that,
Civ
didn't
6
you?
update. Yeah.
Right, Civ 6 got an update last Sunday, and basically they brung their battle royale to Civ for the first time ever. And but the Civ battle royale is, see how you get settlers in the game, Viper. Well, settlers are civilian units. You can't plank cities with them. But the premise of the game is, see how like have you fired a nuke in Civ? You probably have, haven't you? Let's be honest, everybody's fired nukes in Civ because that's what you do. So basically, the battle royale is everybody's fired nukes in Civ. All the civilizations have wiped each other out, but there is still some people are left alive. But there's 8 or 9 different factions, and basically there's an orbiter in orbit at Earth that's remote controllable, but everybody else is jamming everybody else. So you need to fight until you're the last person left, and then you can remotely pilot that lander to come and get you, and that you go to the new planet in Civ, because it's basically like. But it's really quite cool. You get the different races and shit. The ones that I can remember, you get the Wanderers, which get double movement bonuses. Like, they don't bother with hills and shit. Everything's just flat land to them except for rivers. You've got the Mutants who have got double movement outside the ring. Do you know what I mean? So as obviously way battle royales work, the ring keeps shrinking, and when they go outside, they get double movement, so they can flank you by going outside. They use it to their advantage. You've got the pirates who do better on water. You've got the Doomsday Preppers who get double experience bonuses. Aye, the factions are quite cool. But the main part of the update was the Coastal Cities update. And what the Coastal Cities update is, basically they just reworked a lot of the ocean stuff. And like, if you know how Civ 6 works, if you don't put a city on a river, you've got housing problems. It's just the way it works, right? But if you plant a city on a coast, you still get the same housing problems. But when you build your lighthouse would usually give you just one housing. Now it gives you 3 if your city is adjacent to the coast. So it really helps with the housing. They remodelled Mausoleum of Halicarnassus, which was one of the wonders. When you build that now, it gives +1 culture, science and faith to all coastal tiles owned in the city. They reworked shipyards. Shipyards now give 1 production to all ocean tiles in the city. So see, when you're next to the ocean, you don't have a lot of production. So the shipyard really just brings up your production in the city and stuff. And there's a lot of other minor tweaks. But they brought out this map, Viper. It's called the Terra map, right? And all the civilizations, there's two continents, and all the civilizations start on one continent. And it's all about the race to the new world. And see, when you play as Coupé's the guy that starts on ocean tiles and he can go over the ocean. Now, other like, if you're playing as any other Civ, you usually have to spend up to, I think it's minimum 65 turns to unlock being able to go across the ocean. So see, as Coupé, you can just sail right across the ocean with your first settle on the continent where nobody's there, and then you're going back and trying to conquer parts of the big continents that you're using. You're like, it's like as if the Aztecs tried to settle Europe. It's a really fun playthrough. Do you know what I mean? I know you're not the Aztecs, but the only way you could do it on that map is to go Coupé. And you're like, you're the barbarians, do you know what I mean, trying to take over Europe, man. It's a really fun playthrough. The Civ update is really good. But you don't have Gathering Storm, don't you not?
No, I don't know if I'm going to buy it anytime soon either, because I've been spending all my money on D&D.
Aye, like I'd say, like, because of this new update, though, the price will only drop for a couple of months. But I think around about Christmas time, January time, your January sales and stuff, you'll be able to pick Civ up really nice and cheap. I mean, it came out in 2016. Do you know what I mean? It'll be 2020 in January. So you're looking at Civ for $10-15, complete with all the DLCs and completely up to date.
Honestly, it seems to be that Civ is the only game that 2K are getting right now.
The XCOM, they've not really been.
They make XCOM.
I don't think they support XCOM anymore. That was 2014 XCOM 2 came out, I think. Civ's the one they're really doing well the new Firaxis. Because I was watching the live stream when they were talking about showing off their new battle royale, and the guy for 2K, the publisher, was in the room, and he's like, "So how long does the game take? About 10-15 minutes?" And everybody else just looks at him like, "It's Civ, 10-15 minutes." What? One of the guys in the live streams like that, mate. I've took turns that have took 10-15 minutes. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh man. But like an average game of the new Civ Battle Royale last year about an hour. It's quite fun. Do you need Gathering Storm to play it? I don't know if you need Gathering Storm to play it.
I'll double check.
I
still need to buy Rise and Fall.
No, you don't need Gathering Storm to play it actually, because it's free. Anybody who owns Civ can now do it. COD watch video.
The black guy's called Tyrone.
COD watch video. I don't know. Should we be watching this?
Okay.
All right, it's Resident Evil. Oh, you can play split screen on one PC. What? Security cameras are bad? Oh aye, because there's a bad overlord trying to kill you. Right, okay.
So is it a bit like Dead by Daylight?
I think it's I don't know. Like I think it's unfair to like make comparisons just yet before the game comes out, but it does look as if it's going for that sort of feel, the Dead by Daylight, Left 4 Dead sort of feel. Do you know what I mean?
Turn the lights off. I love that. That's one of the things. Turn the lights off. This looks kind of fun actually. I'm not gonna lie, this looks more. I don't want to be playing this game in like, you know, a competitive way. I want to play this game in meme like style.
It'll be fun for a community games night or two as well.
Become the ultimate threat. Oh hello, Mr. Ricardo.
You obviously get to play as Mr. X, aye.
Hello, Arnold is coming for you. Get out! I just pretend to be fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger playing as Mr. X.
No, there we go. It does look really good. It looks fucking quality.
I wonder if we can get the mod for that game where Mr. X is just wearing a thong that has the Umbrella Corporation logo. He's like, I'm coming for you.
Of course, people.
I don't know why I've just decided that he's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh fuck, man! I think he looks like Bill Nye. That's who I think he looks like. I think he looks a lot like Bill Nye, man. That's what I can see when I see the Tyrant, man. I'm like, that is fucking Bill Nye.
I'm just gonna be sitting there going like, the character looks like the little zombies look like Venom. Like there's a Venom. I feel like Stan Lee. Venom.
But right, anything else we want to talk about, or is that us for this week?
I think that's us for this week.
Sound. Right. Cheers for watching, guys and girls, and cheers for joining us, Viper San. Bye. We'll have more guests for next week. We'll have it sorted out.
Is it this way?
Yes, it's that way. Bye, Viper.
Bye, God.
See you later, guys. Cheers for watching. We built this network on Scots with soul.
Two people still gonna ruin your outro.
Built this network on Scots with soul. Ruined my good singing.